Do, 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 do. Whoa! Smokes. Okay, wow. Let's see here. All right, everybody. Griff is here somewhere. I'm just kind of like taking over for him while I wait. If I get a music check, anybody can hear the music. It's too loud, too quiet. Turn it down a little bit, maybe. So while we're waiting, he should be here soon. Hey, how's it going, bud? I'm almost there. Hold on. Alright, well, I'll just read some jokes while I wait. Let's see. This is from Comedy Central. It says, I can't believe I made it anywhere creatively, though, because I was raised by two loving and supportive parents. Nothing squashes creativity more than unconditional love and support from a functional household. If you have kids, shmeep on their dreams a little bit. I was supposed to say shit, but I didn't. Now I did. Alright. Got joke categories. What do we like here? Animal jokes. Everybody likes animals. A bear walks into a bar and says to the bartender, I'll have a pint of beer and a packet of peanuts. The bartender asks, why the big pause? The big pause because he's a bear. Alright, I delivered that very poorly. A farmer walks into a bar with a horse. He says, I will give any of you $1,000 if you can make my horse laugh. A man yells, I'll take that bet, and leads the horse into the men's room. After a couple seconds, a loud braying laugh is heard from behind the door. The farmer screams to the man, okay, I'll give you $2,000 if you can make my horse cry. The man shouts, you're on. After a few more seconds, the man exits with the horse trudging behind him and tears streaming down his long snout. Flabbergasted, the farmer asks, how did you do it? The man replies, I said that my dick was bigger than his and he laughed. Then I showed it to him. Anyhow, everybody, those are just great jokes. Let's get on with the show here. You ready there, pal? Yeah, here I come. Hold on. Alright, that looks like it's on. I got my headphones on tonight. I'm going to try to listen to this music whilst we do some drawing. So, Last week I did this thing. I'm trying to learn how to draw. If you came here to watch professional, then you are going to be disappointed because that is not me. But I'm learning, and part of learning is doing, and I figured I might as well do in front of a bunch of people and try to put on a little show here. We can all hang out and have a good time. So tonight I'm going to be drawing, well actually I'm going to be painting over some drawings I did last week of people that submitted pictures. I tried to do a little bit of caricature. I'm trying to learn caricature. And tonight I'm going to explore painting. Now if you gave me some watercolors, I'd do all right. Like, I wouldn't be so stressed out about this, but I am just not good with this whole Photoshop sort of tablet painting thing. I don't have a lot of practice. And I'm going to do my best tonight to use some different brushes and try to go out on a limb and see what I come up with. Hopefully it's not too bad and we end up with a decent show here. Alright. I'm just not sure what my audio sounds like. If anybody give me a mic check. There's only one of you here, it looks like. I had two just a moment ago. I was killing it. Alright. So, here we have our first victim. And I'm going to do my best to throw some color on this. I made a new layer here, and I'm just going to go ahead and start painting on that now. I think I'm going to use, we're going to have to get in close here in a second. I'm going to pull this tablet down in. I'm going to try to use some different brushes here. I have some of these cool like dry media brushes, and I think I want to try to work with that. I'd like to do a texturing on the color, or on the characters. I'm sorry, I'm like talking and looking at stuff at the same time. On the characters that I am creating for the animated series. And you've probably seen some of those slipping out here and there. So I want to kind of get decent at this. Now, see, there's all kinds of nice stuff here. Like, I could pretend like I'm doing oils. I really wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind something that was like watercolor. Maybe. Let's see. There's a nice wet blender. Let's try that out. I have no idea what it's going to do. First thing I'm going to want is. Ooh, pardon me. I've seen talented concept artists. I'm friends with some really good concept artists. And I've seen what they do, and a lot of times they do this grayscale thing first, and that way they just sort of lay down like the tonal values of the whole piece, and then they paint over that. I kind of sort of already did that. I mean, I get an idea, and I'm trying to keep this pretty simple and cartoony, so I should be all right here. I'm just going to pop in and like figure out a nice skin tone. A little more of that, a little more pallid, and try to get in and sort of like find my mid-tone first, and I guess just hit it, right? That's all I can do. Just no. Oh, you know what would be cool is if I were using a paintbrush and not a smudge tool, and then of course I'm going to have to pick my brush again. Oh, Kyle. I don't know. Let's see. Wow, okay. Oh, I see. It's a blender specifically, so I can't even use that. Let's try. I was pretty psyched about that, too. Alright, let's just pretend like we're using some charcoal pencil then. And let's see. I don't necessarily... Like, as I'm re-looking at this, I'm finding anatomy again, you know, and I might even just kind of cut through some of the line work I did. One of the things I felt like with this dude that I didn't really have all the volume of the head, and I kind of like that, but maybe I want to just get like a little bit more of that in there at least, and I even kind of throw some some ear action in here. I don't say people's names. I mean, I know who this is, and I'd say their name, but I don't do that. I respect your privacy. If you want me to, you know, give you a shout out or whatever, though, that's cool. I'll happy to do that. So let's see here. I don't necessarily want to smash everything I did, and I can't take a long time on these either because I somehow got suckered into doing 3 of them, I think. We'll see how this first one goes, and then, you know, this might be a continuation. I don't know if I'll stream it. I don't know. And right now I don't exactly have like throngs of people showing up, but that's sort of on purpose too. I just sort of quietly, you know, hey, I'm about to do this thing. Because I'm not 100% with my drawing abilities here. I feel like I'm being timid and I just want to kind of flood this thing. And just get a little bigger and rely on the ability of the brush to have pressure sensitivity here. And we know when we get up into this area up here, ooh, what did I do? That's, we're gonna want to get like darker. So here's some stuff I know about, right? You have form shadow, cast shadow, and in this case up here we have a cast shadow from this hat. And generally what that means is if you have like a warm color here, and I'm using sort of a yellowish kind of orange, then I want to look for that complementary color and maybe cool it down. So in this case I might head towards this yellowish blue area over here. I want it to feel cooler, so I might cruise a little further into the blue, kind of tone it down in here a little bit. And this seems sort of odd, and who knows, maybe it'll end up being odd, but I have a feeling this should be alright up in here. Yeah, I don't know that I'm really using this brush to any effect because it's like I'm just smashing all over it anyways. But and then we might get in and kind of get this original color and just start like, you know, recognizing that there's form shadow. Coming down in here. Man, there's something about working with a good old-fashioned pencil. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I mean, as a kid, I drew constantly. I didn't have all this fancy digital stuff, man. We got one at my school. We got like this. We got a computer and you could paint, and it was terrible, and you had to deal with a mouse and all that good stuff. But you could do it. And I ended up making like this dolphin swimming through the ocean. It's probably terrible animation. Like if I look back at that, I would totally cringe. But let's see, maybe just a little of this. What do we got here? And then I'll just get some of that in there, down below, and maybe just around these. I'm just trying to keep myself loose here because I don't want to get like all picky and stuff. I really want to focus on this being the cast shadow up here. And then if we're going to do, right now I'm just blocking stuff. I'm not going to get crazy yet, but if I want to do like a beard. What color beard do you have, pal? I know what color beard you have. Let's see. I don't necessarily want to stick with the lines I already made. I guess I'm using them. They were pretty. I kind of dug how this turned out, honestly. So I don't want to go like too far away. making sure. Okay. Nobody's talking, and that's fine. Because I could just talk all day. I would like that mic check though. If anybody hears the music and has an opinion about whether it's too loud or quiet, and just a little thumbs up, thumbs down. I know one of my supporters was watching on her televisions. I don't really expect that they would be here tonight because I know she has a tough job. Not like a lazy boy job like mine. Sit in a comfy air-conditioned building and make video games, you know. Alright. I'm gonna just stay real super loose around here because I know I'm gonna come in with some different tonal values. And my pal Dave Phillips, man, he is just such a good concept artist. He's been doing this sort of remake of He-Man, just the way he's envisioning it. He-Man in a world where people don't need to be violent anymore, right? Skeletor's peaceful, and so He-Man's having this crisis of like, you know, what do I do? It's like I'm not needed anymore. It's amazing stuff, man. I can check him out. Humbly Go. He was the dude who designed a whole bunch of our Skylanders. Just amazing stuff, man. Sorry, I sound like a fanboy here, but I am. Always keeps his hair kind of pulled back, so I think I'm gonna just push this beard a little further here so I can kind of run over it again in a second. And then what about hat? What color is the hat gonna be? We have a person who enjoys a lot of earth tones. I should be consulting some sort of what am I thinking of here, like palette maker, somewhere in there. Maybe a little more gray. I don't know. It's a nice color. I kind of didn't like how floppy I had this before. Something like that. Seems legit. How about these tunes though? This is Epic Epidemic Sound. They're not paying me to say that. I dig that I can get on there and there's some good music that is, well, you know, I pay a little bit so y'all can listen to good music if you watch my videos or my streams, because it's licensed for using on YouTube, so I can use it and YouTube won't have any reason to get mad at me, which, you know, I hear from a lot of horror stories here and there as it is about YouTube doing this and that kind of thing to make a content creator sad. And you know, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. Who knows what they're doing that makes it difficult on YouTube. I mean, in the end, they are a business and they need to pay for all those servers somehow to host all these videos, so you know, it is what it is. Alright, and then we're doing the cast shadow thing again. This is fun. This is where I'm gonna say, okay, I have green, and maybe, and I'm probably doing this all wrong, and my concept artist friends would, you know, look at me like I'm crazy, but that's okay. I'm learning, everybody. If you want to correct me, you can come right in. and do so. So, you know, so many years of being a technical animator, my whole job is about like cleanliness, efficiency of code, nice clean skin weighting for those CG characters you got running around in there in your video games. And so, I don't know, I guess I just have this habit of wanting to be super clean with things, and that's what I'm trying to break. And certainly if I were going to go and really polish this at some point, that would be the thing to do. I gotta back up from this for a second because it's changing up a little bit. Is it for the best? I don't know. I'm just gonna move in here for a second. And see, this is where I mess it up. I hate when I do this. I just gotta commit, everybody. I gotta commit to my lines, not be so concerned. I mean, certainly having this bluish thing up here is just bugging the bejeezers out of me. It's almost too much. Or it needs to be darker. But not blend with the hat necessarily. And maybe if I just try to, you know, let it show its form a little bit. That's what the shadow's actually doing. And then let's see here. I was doing sunglasses. I might try a different approach on the next one. I don't know. I've certainly developed, you know, let's do something fun right here. I've certainly developed kind of a thing that I do because I'm making these cartoony characters. I'm trying to make them kind of clean. And that just comes a little easier to me now. And now that I'm trying to think about texture and like tonal values, I don't know. It's making it hard on me. So I'm just gonna have these in here for the sake of being kind of like in here, just some eyes, and then do a fun little opacity trick just to see what I get out of that. This might look kind of creepy here for a second, huh? Still just trying to be kind of relaxed with this whole thing. That's creepy. And then let's put some sunglasses back on him. Oh, the brush. I should be changing my brush. Happy HB. Let's see what that feels like. This is total experiment. Oh, well, that's kind of nice. So what are those glasses like? I'm gonna change them up a little bit, maybe. And I want to show that the cheek is here. And maybe even have these glasses just kind of cruise along with the shape of the face. So like the one of you that's there, unless it's just me viewing myself, check out, we've got sort of a fun LARP going on. This is my way of advertising for the animated series, which is coming along, folks. I've been making these characters, and some of these character animator puppets are getting pretty awesome, actually. They're getting really advanced, and I am super psyched, and I'm definitely going to do some live events with them too. But right now we're trying this thing. It's kind of like a little bit of a LARP on Twitter. So if you follow at W Kremens, and I can put these down in the description, or Al 9000. And what I'm doing is using social media interactions to help me define these characters. That's kind of a two-part thing where, pardon me, just trying to talk like those characters gives me some insight into who they are. And then the way they interact with other people. Like, I had this great interaction today where it was kind of like this person, I don't know, they just called me on, you know, saying a certain thing, and then I responded back as if I were still the character, right? And then it was neat, because then, like, what I had said previously made sense. I don't know. It's just neat. It's neat. It's role playing. I love role playing, and it's character development, like real time, and it's just teaching me how to be that character, which is kind of fun. Boom, boom. Oh man, I'm gonna try not to take too much time on each one of these. I already feel like I'm going way over what I planned on. Let's just get loose with it again. Oh, not that loose. Pal, what are you doing? You're like a maniac. You're just drawing all over the place. Crazy. That's right, everybody. I don't have any Fortnite. I did see one of the YouTube artist types do something really cool, which makes a lot of sense if you're trying to keep an audience, where he did art in Fortnite, because Fortnite is basically this pardon me, geez, this building / shooter, you know, last person survives kind of game, but you can build all kinds of structures. I haven't played it. I almost worked on it, strangely enough. Before I took the job at Firaxis, I was talking to some folks at Epic, and I was gonna possibly go do that. But anyways, you can build stuff in there, and so he was making stuff out of, it's basically like wooden planks and junk, and you're supposed to build like a fort. I'm hacking this up, I'm sure, but you're supposed to build like a fort, and then you defend it, kind of thing. But he was building like Trojan horses and all kinds of stuff out of it. Alright, I'm just making conversation, everybody, and I think I'm failing at the drawing because of the conversing. And what is that really? Okay. It's pretty alright, actually. It's okay. It's alright. Hey! How's it going? Ray Noodles? I know who you are. It's good to see you. I get a whoop at least. I appreciate that. So let's just go ahead and, oh man, his shirt is like this color too, but I don't want to. I'm pretty sure I messed up the hat color. That's what really happened here. Alright, let's thicken this brush up. I feel like a pansy trying to draw with this tiny little brush. Now this fella, some of you, well, I don't know, if you know him, I'm not assuming that anyone here would. He likes to wear layers though. And so when I get in here, I want to make sure I just kind of show those layers off. Let's see, I thought I saw him in something like kind of this color. I like this color. Let me get into like this rusty. I probably want a little more red than rust here. And then, you know, as I get into there, I'm probably just gonna really just drop this down and then start sculpting out some of this shape. I gotta speed it up. It's taking too long. I mean, realistically, I'll probably sit here. I could sit here and do 3 of these probably. But I don't expect too many people to want to hang out with me that long. And now, as I do this, that's probably premature. Let's go ahead and just. I was always told to work all over your drawing. Don't like settle in a spot. What would happen if I just put a little bit of red into that? Whoa. This dude is actually at his workplace right now, I think, so this will just, he's not watching. It'll just be a nice surprise for him later on. Let's see here. You can tell I was concentrating there. I don't often get into the habit of talking a lot while I'm drawing. Yet another skill that I can pick up from trying to do this whole crazy thing I'm doing. Like, yeah, I know what. At this late stage in my life, well, it's not like it's not like the late stage in my life, but after doing this thing for so many years, I'm a restless person, man. I just want to learn stuff all the time and do new stuff, or I get bored. Yeah. I haven't even been able to stay at a job, I think, longer than 5 years recently. And the video game business, that's actually not unusual anyways, but there's your tip, folks. Anybody who's thinking about making video games, just so you know, it's not the most stable work you'll ever find. So, you know what would be cool for this is some kind of like, this is rough, but I kind of want to chunky charcoal maybe. Yeah, why not? That's what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to get a little bold here, get some texture into my stuff. I almost want to rake through this like it was hair or something. That would be kind of cool. I'm just going to keep layering this stuff on anyways until I get something that feels pretty cool for me. I had to watch more of Dave Phillips streams, man. I'm going to try to show up there this Sunday. It would be helpful if I actually watch people who are good at drawing do some drawing. Alright, I'm not trying to be self-defeatist. I'm not like, I don't think I'm bad at drawing. I'm in unfamiliar territory, that's for sure. So I feel pretty comfortable with pencils and stuff, but man, this is just a whole new world in many ways. Okay, I don't like this brush. It's just too light. I feel like if I'm gonna get through this in any kind of timely manner, I have to. Oh jeez, oh man, to use something a little more oomph there. I like the way I did the beard on my little avatar, my Adobe character animator puppet, but that actually took me a lot of precision and time because it's all these individual carefully designed shapes. It's almost too much though. Start messing with the flow and the opacity a little bit, and then I think that needs to be back on. Oh, kind of had some natural light just showing up from the white here, which is cool. And then we'll go one step up from there just to punctuate some things here. Yeah, actually though, I want to, yeah, keep it on that side of the spectrum here. Alright, noodling too much. Moving on. I really don't want to get stuck noodling in this stuff. I just want to go fast and just kind of figure out what I'm going to do as I get better at this. Just getting a feel for things. Here I do want to get a little bit precise there. That's something I like about pencils too, man. You can do like lines. I just feel like I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same. And then maybe I'll just pop in here for a second, kind of. Oh, jeez, man. That went south real fast. Nope. Sorry, my computer was trying to do some update. It's like, it's kind of bad timing, but thanks though. And then when I get into the cheeks, it's always kind of fun to just kind of whoosh whoosh. Oh, jeez. Jeez, man. It just went crazy on me. You gone crazy on me. I need to calibrate my tablet again or something here. Oh, heck with it. We'll fix it in post. See, why is it? Oh, shoot. You know what I did? Oh, it's that thing where I just keep painting on the same layer forever and ever and forget that I had like a plan with that. Alright, there we go. Just merge it back down. And then we'll kind of kick the opacity on this. That's what I was shooting for, or something like that. I find it amusing. There we go. Where was I? So, yeah, I was dorking with a nose. Oh my gosh. One of these days, Alice. What have I got this on? Why is it not doing anything? Alright, let's get in here a little more and just... Do. Someday I'll have friends. It's probably gonna happen once I'm actually really good at this. Then people want to be like, "Whoa, I want to show up and watch this guy who's actually pretty good at this." Oh, but wait till they see this drawing out there on the internet, folks. Oh man, you're not even gonna be able to find a seat in this stream. It's gonna be off the hook. It's gonna be crazy, everybody. Oh, it's driving me nuts. I don't know. I just don't like it. It's like it's too blue. I made it too blue or something. Yeah, that is. I don't want to make it like. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's get in here and just pull it towards that. That's just not what I want, though. Let's see what that feels like with a brush. Oh, I suppose it's alright. I'm just over analyzing. I don't know. Help! I call upon the power of Grayskull. Let's get this, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's get this a little darker. Alright, let's stop doing that, because that's like being a pansy. We're not pansies here, are we? No, sir. No, ma'am. Alright, and then we got that going down. I just want to come in here a little bit and just kind of smudge that around just a little bit here. And then let's go back into this just to at least get this part down here done. You're like, but dude, where's your texture? I don't know. I'm terrible at this. I told you. I told you. It's going to be like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I told you it was going to be like that. I wasn't tricking anyone. I said right up front, I'm not that good at this. Doo-doo. Alright, I just want to block that out. And then let's get a little bit darker, a little grayer. And just start adding some of this in here. Oh, I really gotta speed up though. I'm gonna be here forever. Apparently, the woman in this song is singing about douchebags. I'm not sure why. That is what I heard, right? Alright. Let's just feel like that got a little too dark down here. Impressionistic, man. Just get loose with it. Alright. Go back up to our sunglasses for a second. And we'll just kind of get some light up in there. Bazam, bazow. And then we'll go into here a little bit and just start bazowing. Just a little bit of bazow. Yeah, it's not bazowy enough. It's pretty bazowy. It's not bazowy enough. Bazow. Bazow. Okay. And something horrible happened here. Just get that. Back up a little bit. And then, where's my light source? Start bringing this. You know, I talked about in videos form shadow, cast shadow, and here I'm just trying to describe the form of this thing a little bit. You know, getting some of that in there. Gonna have this coming around, and so when you get to the back, be a little darker, like so, and then come in there and just bazow. There we go. Kind of loosening up a little bit now. I suppose people end up creating texture, something like that, where they're just, you know, treating this thing like a pencil. You know, something along those lines. I did this again where I'm just going to merge this down and be done with it. Erase. Oh, I see. It's you. Ha ha ha. Let's see. Let's just put in a new layer here. Let's see if I have this thing on my desktop mess here somewhere. Yeah. Come on. There you go. I just use like a paper texture that I can throw behind stuff because it looks cool. That is all. Alright, so I see now. And then let's just start. Let's just start knocking out some sort of like lines. Because I do like that. I don't want it to lose. Oh, jeez. You saw it, right? It just went crazy. It wasn't my fault. Okay. Just, you know, there's a little bit there. Start filling in some of the areas where, you know, I'm almost treating it like the darkest shadows, but I'm outlining a little bit just to get kind of the look I want. And then I know I had this going on. And a little of this here. Yeah. Yes. Just ever so gently there. Ever so gently. A little bit there. A little bit over there. I'm just making this up now, honestly. I have no clue. Oh boy. Let's go back to this for a second. Just get that back in there. This is already good enough like this, I think. Oof. 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 Yeah, that new tablet, man, someday that I'm going to get will be nice. Cause I don't know, this one, if I try to get as light as I want, maybe I just need to mess with my settings more. It starts to mess up on me, so. And then generally people do have like a little bit of this ridge here, and even like where your brows are. Yeah, see this? That's what it is. It just doesn't feel like sensitive enough. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. And then just so this doesn't feel completely weird. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't think it's that bad. We'll call that about 30 minutes and move on. Yay. Oh, pardon me. I didn't mean to just cough in everyone's face. Alright, I'm going to pause this thing for just a moment. Boom. So our next character, I just want to make some space here for a second. We're gonna do, well, you know what? I'm gonna skip over here because if anybody is here stalking me, it's probably these people, these little Mouseketeers, because well, they're awesome, first of all, and they showed up last week, and then one of these little Mouseketeers like rallied the entirety of the internet, I think, to vote for her as victor in this caricature contest. And regardless, at least by my counting, because I did this, I put the vote out on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, and by my counting, that first one I did was the winner, but this was a very strong second. And there's one more I will do that was like also just got a lot of votes, so I want to acknowledge that, and I really like the image too, so we might get to that one. I mean, I'll stay here as long as whatever. I was gonna kind of work on this new character tonight, but you know, this is also fun. So let's try something a little different here. Skin tones. I think yes. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I think, with this one, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. Let's find out. I like the idea of blocking in the shapes a little bit. I feel like some of these shapes could have been improved upon, but I don't really want to noodle that a lot here because I'm afraid that I would just mess it up. Like whatever loose kind of nice thing I had, I will absolutely destroy with my horrible noodling. But it will give me an opportunity to add more detail and stuff at least. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm getting over fear, you know. Hey, music stopped, everybody. Let me just cue something else up. How about, does anyone like indie rock? What do you like? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. None of these are mainstream popular songs. They are all courtesy of Epidemic Sound, and they're generally like smaller artists. Just, you know, putting their music up here. Which I think is way cool, man. I am all about like what's happening in the world. See, I really like that. I might even push that shoulder a little bit. I like what's happening in the world with, you know, creators just making things and sort of this more direct economy. I mean, certainly Epidemic is in between the musician and the paying audience. But I mean, let's face it, you know, how else are you going to get distributed and recognized, you know? So at least these people are doing something they dig and they're getting paid. And who knows? I just feel like, man, these big things just got so big. They're all just so centralized, and it all just feels so controlled. Like, I can't help but think an artist, well, I can tell you this from experience, that an artist who is working for a large organization certainly is just not doing whatever comes into their heart. You know what I mean? It's not like you can just do or say anything. So there's control there, right? And so you're not getting like the pure thing from the person, from the artist. I don't want to lose that because that was well-defined lines. So it's just cool now. You know, I can draw on here. It's not like I'm getting paid for that, but who knows? Someday, maybe. I am making Adobe Character Animator puppets for people if you're interested. I have a thing lined up in like 2.5 weeks, but and of course, you know, I'm doing everything else, full-time job, and drawing silly pictures of people on the internet. But I wouldn't mind making puppets for people as a thing, man. It's kind of fun. It's sort of like what I already do. Anyways, so you, sir, we need a skin tone that is indicative of your heritage. How does that go? I mean, I know what that is. It's just not. Oh, no, no, too like. You know, one thing I learned from doing watercolors and stuff, yeah, there's like a little more. It was just so nice because, like, you know, when you do watercolors, you'll like lay down a layer of yellow, and then sorry, I'm like doing two things at once. You know, then you start pouring right into it. It's just something like that's just what I learned to do, and so coming back and trying to do something like this is tricky because it just doesn't feel as organic to me. There's no like real blending. I mean, I don't know. It's not like watercolors, that's for sure. Or real oils. I know there's people out here who have gotten this crap down and they have like their brushes and their stuff and they're like kicking butt. I'm not one of those guys, and I'm sure I could do a lot better. Like I could get these tools to do what I want. I might as well just pull this up. It's fun. I got like one person, they pop in for a second and then pop out. I got one whoop though. I'm pretty psyched about that. I wish I could like it or something. I want to like that whoop that I got. Yeah, I went nuts with his mouth. It was awesome. Darn it. I think I would almost like prefer to try to do these. I'm going to do this next time. Next round of caricatures. I'm just going to go bananas with colors. I'm not going to even draw lines. I just want to see what that feels like. Cause here I just feel like I'm, you know, I'm hitting a coloring book and the organic sort of flow just creeps out of it. I don't know. How exciting, everyone. Maybe if I talked about happy little trees. Bob Ross was a man, though, dude. Because he would do it. He would say happy little tree, and then he would do some crazy stuff with his brush, and boom, there'd be a happy tree there. And you're just like, what? You're crazy, man. How are you doing that? I'd like to watch Da Vinci do his like own TV show. That probably would have been boring as heck, though. If somebody was noodling, it was that guy. Okay, he was getting deep into his stuff. All right, stop noodling, bro. When you get down in here, I'm just toning this stuff out first. I should have done this on the other person as well. And I think this is why a lot of people do the grayscale, because you know you're not worried about like the colors you're using. But I just don't have time for that right now. I'm trying to do these quick, so it's not terribly boring. Let's see now. All right. And we'll just, while we're here, we'll just go ahead and kind of start, you know, you'd have this around there, getting up into there. I think I forgot the shadow on the other dude. There we go. I'm starting to get a feel for the brush now a little bit. Getting a little lighter. And this is where, I don't know, a little of the anatomy knowledge comes in. I've rigged a lot of faces, folks. A lot of faces. From like Skylanders to Civilization to, I don't know, just a lot of faces. If you saw the, I probably talked about this last time, such a braggart. Who is it? Nectar mattress commercial with Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un. That was my face rigs. That was, well, they were, you know, it was my rig in its entirety. Actually, it wasn't just the face, but I'm most proud of the faces because I think they looked pretty awesome. And yeah, so there. I like doing those freelance jobs. It's fun. You get like all the kind of control over it. It's a risky proposition every time you do freelance because, you know, you don't know if you're going to get paid. But, that time I used like a nice website that kind of, you have to, you know, they get a little cut of your money, but it's nice because everything's sort of handled and you know you're going to get paid, and you get paid like at regular intervals during the project, which is good. I'm trying to, you know, the other thing about these, I can't spin it like I might a piece of paper, which makes it a little more challenging. And then let's see, it's not like so much like he has hair. Just kidding, dude. I mean, that's cool. You can have any length of hair you like. I'm not a hairist. A heretic. It's still not it though. Like I can't like be light with this thing and feel good about what just happened there. It's always griefing me. Alright, that's okay. This is gonna get better. Let's do something. Let's draw something before it's too late. So in my reference, he was actually taking like a selfie. So we had this weird angle to the arm, but I am trying to, not a weird angle, but you can tell it's I'm taking a selfie angle. And I wanted to try to just omit that a little bit. I'm gonna get cheap, man, and just come up here with this. Should they have mice noses? Meese noses? They're gonna have meese ears. It always feels cruddy to me when I'm trying to scribble like that. Let's see. That's why they let you resize the brush, folks. It's even like fast. Alright, and then a little bigger. Let's get like a little bit lighter. Do, 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 do. Somebody's probably checking in on me. I'm fluctuating between 2 and 1 watchers. Quick, let me just check my oh darn it, I lost the name of that game. Do 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 do. gonna cheat. I'm gonna use this color down here. Oh, I feel so inadequate. I'm trying to keep this one looser and not like noodle on it quite so much. How do people do this and make it look cool? Why am I not one of those people? That's what this is all about, everybody. You should follow along with me. If you want to get good at drawing, then you just have to do it a whole lot and be really bad at it. And then eventually, hopefully, you stop being bad at it and start being good at it. And then it's cool. Although I gotta say, as a person who has done art, I am never like, yep, that's it, I'm done, I did it, I've become super good at this, and now I'm all finished. I don't know, gosh darn it. Like, I just want to keep picking. If it feels too rough, I want to just keep picking more and more mid tones just to get in between there a little bit. I don't really want to use that stupid blendy brush because it just feels crap to me. I don't like all those smeary lines on everything. Oh, I don't know. I apologize for not making you look as good as you deserve. And I promise you, someday, unless I get hit by a bus, if I do get really good at this, we'll come back and I'll do a better one. But I could get hit by a bus. It could happen. I'm just saying. So, I mean, like, this, it's not like, this is not a guarantee. This cannot be held up in the court of law. I guarantee nothing. This is actually a cast shadow under the nose, and that's part of why what I've got there doesn't look quite right. I want to get a feeling for where those lips are going to be. Oh, gosh. I guess it's alright. And then we just want to get a little more reddish. And I'm going to have to try to get... Yeah, see, sometimes it doesn't even like pick up that I'm trying to make a brush stroke. It's not entirely my fault, okay? I mean, the tablet's part of it, I swear. I saw all the new Wacom tablets. They're so pretty, they're all big and HD. I guess if I keep up with this, I'll invest in myself at some point. I don't want to like make him look like he has top lips. And I do want to try something here where I just kind of come in here. Just get a little nutty with that. Just relax, dude. Don't go crazy. It's all right. You got this. It's not gonna be that bad. Okay, I just gotta get my arm angled. Ugh. That's all right. I'm gonna come back in and hit that up in a second, anyways. Boop 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 boop. And just get real dark and stuff with it. Yarr. And I might even, you know, bring a little of that into there. Just to unify things a bit. And then, yep. Yeah, in high school I was the miscreant. I used to like to make art. This isn't gonna stay like this, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just getting it in there so I can see it. I used to make art. I was in the art club. I was like the miscreant artist because I would like to draw controversial things. A bit of a philosopher too, and I like the idea of getting across messages that I think are important. But at any rate, I had a lot of trouble because of that with the faculty of that fine establishment. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. Because look at me now, baby. I'm on the internet making drawings, people. So, yeah. I haven't even done the other person hardly at all yet. This is terrible. This is going to take me forever. I think the last one I was going to do is probably going to... I don't know. It might have to wait just a little bit. I don't know. I guess I'll push through. If you're all willing to push through. Oh my gosh, I left this thing off eternally. Yeah, there we go. Now you can all see my pain as I struggle through this. It is hurting me. You're probably thinking, hey man, why'd you make that dude's teeth gray? It's okay. It's okay. Oh man, that's like too much or something. I don't know. Because I'm going to come back in here and make my life a living hell. What the heck is wrong with me? It just looks so like... I don't want to get too far into there. Oh my goodness, it looks like I did something terrible to this person's teeth. I feel really bad about it. Alright, let's just give him a little whitener. I don't know. I'm going to noodle this too much. I'm trying to get like... Alright, just calm down. Calm down, dude. You got this. It's going to work out okay. And nothing else. It's ridiculous. It's over the top. I did it. I made it ridiculous. Ridiculous! Expecto Patronum. Maybe it's our... Let's bring this back in. I felt like I just goofed his lip up totally. And I can't even... See, look, I'm trying to make a nice, comfortable little edge. And it's not letting me do it, really. Yeah, let's just... I just want to see where that is. Oh, no, it missed. Oof. And here I think I actually want to... How do people do this? How do you people make this stuff look nice? I don't understand. I will learn. You will teach me. We'll learn through struggle and practice. And then where I was saying this shadow, Hmm. Hmm. Something like a loudish. And this is where I'm just, you know, showing rid of that cast shadow business. With a, honestly, all in here, I probably should have been using something more like that. And then I'm just going to use this to reblock this in here. I don't know, I guess it's amusing at least. I'm gonna have to move on soon. I haven't even done the other person. So, you know, I don't know. I'd like to say to you, I will continue on with this after the fact. But let's be honest, folks. I've got no time. I'm doing a million things. I really am. All the time. And then, yeah, I just want to show this here, but I don't want it to get like crazy, so that's a thing that you're looking at. Let's go and get a little bit of a sort of a nice. It's more black though than that. A little more. I'm trying to keep my Latin blooded friends in mind. Just trying to remember what are the general features like. You know, like Greek people, I mean, this is stereotypical, but you know, if you have a lot of Greek background, racial backgrounds, then, you know, there's a look to your eyebrows. If you have Latin background, like, you know, my friend Alexis, or there's a certain general thing that happens with eyebrows there. I kind of like how I have his nose pointed down. Actually, it's funny. It just makes him, I don't know. It's funny. I think it's funny. He just did this great, like, squishing his eyelids hard thing, and it's just really good. I love it. I love it. And we'll just bring this so you can see that a little bit. Then what am I missing? Some of this. I'm not even gonna look at that ear too much. Let's just get this kind of filled in up in here. Now it's gonna look all crazy compared to like the hat, with the texture happening in the hat, the brushwork, you know. But that's okay. I just want to get over to our second character for a second, because I've noodled the heck out of him. I've not even touched this one. So what does it look like? It looks like a 30-minute drawing done by someone who is not a master of this art form just yet. Alright. Let's see. Oh, you got these. It's, uh-oh. Oh boy, what did I do? It's cool because he's got those. You can see the wrinkles from the smile in the other eye too. You know, it's actually happening like right in here. But yeah, I'm not gonna press on that too much just yet. Let's do our ruddy-faced friend here. I've known this person for quite a long time. Although we don't really see each other much because we always end up on different sides of the world. That's okay. Now that I'm looking at the picture again, I feel like I don't know, it's pretty close. It's pretty good likeness that I made the first time. Darn it, man, just do it. Just put down the color. It's not exactly it. I could noodle it more. Not gonna do that. Don't have time, and I'll ruin it horribly. Oh my goodness. Come on, brush. We'll just use our imagination a little bit and say that it's pretty close. That is not the color I actually want there. Just trying to get some of this. Trying to get some of this in. I'm sorry, I'm like pausing here. I like that I have a little bit of pink in here. Like, again, if this were watercolor, I would not be having this trouble, and I can dork with this some more. Like, here, let's try setting the opacity down a little more. And that way, as I go over it, I get a bit of a more of an opportunity to blend a little bit. And actually, let's just boom, 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 boom. Let's just, oh gosh, let's just bring that in there just a wee. Oh my gosh, see, this thing doesn't really do what I ever want it to do. It just irritates me. Now that looks weird. Okay, it'll get better. Hold on now. And so I'm just gonna, whoa, oh, I got that stupid brush on still that I do not want to have on. I'm just gonna try to block out here a little bit. My shadows again, like the form shadow. You know, so as we go through here, it gets a little darker. This is always hiding into your cheekbone. And then yeah, this was the line I didn't care for the most, I think. There we go. That's a little more. That's what happens when I start to noodle too much, though. Then it's like I'm making a whole new painting, and we don't have time for that. No one wants to sit here and watch me do that for a billion hours. Or maybe you do. Maybe this is it for you. I mean, like, hey, who needs to go out and have fun on a Friday night when they can sit here and watch this weirdo? Not me. My days of going out on Friday nights are long gone. It just does not happen for me anymore. Not entirely by choice. Partially, though. I'm pretty happy just to sit here and draw. I did not really get her smile. It looks cuter in the picture. It feels a little evil to me right now. Maybe I'm revealing your evil side. This is artistic interpretation. This is how this goes down, folks. Alright, I will not be bridled like some prize mare, okay? I'm gonna just do what I want. So there. That was a total accidental rhyme. Yeah, that's where it starts to get darker. It's this whole thing. Like, I don't want to. I'm not trying to like really nail down the. I think my original lines were probably better. Yeah, I guess they were. Oh well. I'm not really trying to nail down a painting of the image itself. But I do want like a decent representation of the person. That's got to get way darker. We'll just get that in there. Let's see here. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm just going for it. And then we always have something that kind of goes, yeah. And this is where the whole line between neck and shoulder starts to blur. Now, comparatively, I brought that shoulder way up from where it was in my reference. And this is like where your clavicle would come into the game here. And then let's just get back up into here for a second so I don't like noodle too much on one area. That other ear is showing up right there. And then now before I get into changing too many tonal values here, I'm gonna go back. What is this hair color you've got going on, lady? Let's see. Oh, it's in there somewhere. It's like now let's take the darker route for a second, and then here, you know what I need to be doing? I need to be like practicing my brush strokes here a little more. I guess I've been stuck on the same brush now like the entire time you've been watching me, which is not exactly being bold. We'll get bolder. I'm too afraid right now. Alright. This is the stuff I like. This, I don't know, I'm just fond of those hard brushes because of this, because I like to get lines. I like lines. We'll just save room for the ears here. We'll save a little room for your ears, dear. Alright. And then I think I just kind of took her hair all the way, just to bring these two closer together. Boom. Meld them into one through the use of hair. Gosh, what am I even talking about, man? Cool. Something like that-ish. And then let's get a little more of this. And just kind of whoosh all that through there. Add a little variety. I don't feel like I'm getting super good brush sensitivity here. And then, like, especially along the, yeah, see, like, I'm not getting really good thick to thin lines with this brush. It's a little too rough. we'll just take that even one notch higher. Just really pull out some highlights. I should add gray hair, right? Because I'm pretty sure she would like it if I added lots of gray hair to this image. I understand that is something people really like. They like it when you make them look way older than they are, because everyone is super eager to get older. It's funny when you're a kid, you're like, oh man, I can't wait till I'm like, 18 or 16 or whatever your target age is there, and then you get there and that's all good, and then you get to where I am and it's nothing but wanting to go back, We could just all stop somewhere around the 22-ish range. That would be great, thanks. When are they going to get that tech working for us, folks? Then we'd all have to stop breeding, though, because it would get real crazy up in here. Real fast. Ah, this brush is driving me bananas. I'm sure it's good. It's just me. Alright, let's come back in here and just kind of pop some of that out. You've got light eye brows. And I wanted to kind of keep it like that. Like they almost just disappear right into there. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to be offensive. There's nothing wrong with light eyebrows. I don't care. You can have dark eyebrows, light eyebrows, bushy eyebrows, and purple eyebrows. Doesn't matter to me. I think you're all great. That's why I'm doing this, because I think you're all great. It's probably a little selfish as well. What have I done to your nose, lass? Hey, lass, what have I done to your nose? That's alright, I'll fix it in post. It should be like out there a little more. Right, I'm noodling too much again, and I'm never gonna get through this if I do that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, what have I done? See, if it were a pencil, then I would have this exacting control where I'd make these beautiful little crosshatchy things, and I'd be able to get my shading done that way. But it's not. It's this blasted thing that just wants to ruin my life. I just feel like I have no control over this. See, it's almost like you're using like a watercolory thing here. You're trying to blend. It just looks bad to me. I can't make it look cool. And here I'm like totally losing. I'm like losing your cheeks, it's just disappearing on me. It sucks. Where'd your cheeks go, Lossy? There's all kinds of things. I'm sure there's all kinds of things I just did wrong here. Starting way back in the beginning. But I've got to push through now and make it work. So let's just do it. Let's do it. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to kick it into just overdrive. I'm just going to go bananas with it. Not even going to care anymore. Like figure drawing, when I had to do live models, yeah, I got pretty decent at it, honestly. I really did. But Like, I would totally just zone out. I mean, that was the only way I could do it with any effectiveness. I couldn't think about what I was doing, or I would just mess it up so bad. Yeah, this has got to stop soon. It's getting noodly. Oh, so noodly. Show people she has a lower eyelid. She does have a lower eyelid. Okay, yeah. I'm getting too crazy with that. I think we learned an important lesson from the previous teeth. There's just this nice little subtle thing she's got going on with her smile that I really wanted to capture, and I don't think I'm quite getting it, and it's making me a little unhappy. But that's where you gotta suck it up, man. Just do it, 'cause you know you can either lose hope and give up, like I suck at this, or you can push through like a big boy and just trust that if you keep up with it, eventually it'll get better. This is it. This is that. There's like, it's like pulling around her teeth, and then she's just eking it up there a little bit, and it's just really very nice and subtle. And I don't know. I'm like right up on this thing now. This evening's drawing is brought to you, oh, where's my dude, by Shiner Light Blonde. They're not paying me either. They're just making it so I can do this without being a nervous wreck. So it's like they're paying me. They're paying me in confidence. Alright, something along those lines. See, there's this little, she's got this really good little bloomph thing that just, it's just so like bloomph. That's too much bloomph. I over bloomphed it. I mean, to me, those are the important little things, though, that let you know, hey, this person that I know. And, you know, I gotta remember weird stuff I used to do back in high school. Like, I had little systems for how I did certain features that I stole from watching too many, or, you know, reading too many comic books and stuff. I don't want to overwrite this. I think that's what it is. I'm just not being, well, I don't think this brush is being subtle enough, honestly. It's like when I go to tap it, it's not 100% responsive to what I'm trying to tell it, pardon me, to do. I like the beer hiccups here, sorry. Alright. Something along those lines. Yeah. Alright, let's just get in. Oh my gosh, I feel like, oh, it's not her. That's the problem too. When you know somebody, you're like, oh geez, that is, you know. Alright, I think I can fix it a little bit. I think once I get these lines back in here. It helps a little bit. Uh-oh, music's run out, everybody. What are we going on to next? They've got some great stuff here. Let's look at, you want to hear some... Oh. I played this one last time. It was pretty nice. Let's try this thing. Yeah, alright. That is what I want. Darkness, it's just too... Oh my goodness. It's too contrasty. There's nothing else hitting that level, so it feels weird. Alright. Heck with you. I'm going back up into here. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. I need a little bit of just a little tad. Don't overdo it. Ugh. That was in the wrong place, honestly. More like that. Let's get some black color in here. A little black color. Just like this. Get some nice pupils. I think I'm gonna turn this off now and make it real spooky. And then yeah, that's how it works. Control copy. Oh yeah, I might not get to that last one tonight. Oh, it makes me so sad. Ooh, look at that. All the line work goes away and it's like, what happened? Let's oh my gosh. Yeah, you bring it back, it's not so bad. Well, maybe I'll just flatten that down. Yeah, why not? I don't have time to noodle. Alright, gave her some weird beard over here. Isn't it nice? Isn't it like a nice beard? I'm on the wrong layer. Hey, you know, listen. I'm drawing kind of fast. I mean, I think if I sat down and got a little more, you know, in depth here, I'd do better, but that's the eyes. Oh, goodness. Yeah. The eyes are so important in this whole thing. So hopefully this yields some fruit for me. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that I'll be applying this stuff back to those characters I'm making and just getting them a little more interesting. This is all just too bananas in here. I'm kind of crazy with that. It's almost like the whole ear over there should have gotten some degree of that. Yeah, more like, well, anyways, it's not even that important that I get that. Just darker. No, it's too light. I'll just bring a little of this in here. And go grab some of this. Oh, let's see now. The eyes are just fascinating, like close up. I don't know if you ever looked at like some microscopic images of eyes, but man, just so interesting. All these little fibers just that pull on each other. I love it. I love it. Humans are cool. Don't let anyone tell you you're not cool, because they have no idea. Totally cool. Yeah, it got a little weird. I mean, it's not quite it anymore. Let's see. Something along those lines. I'm a terrible friend. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying. I just lack. I don't have what it takes. Not yet. Ears are always kind of ruddy. Ruddy red. You know what's great though is when you back up, it's never quite as bad. Okay, maybe it is. I don't know. It's kind of funny. I'm kind of like laughing about it. It's not quite right, but still I'm amused. So she went with, you know, sparkle blue. Let's just use the same. Oops. How did it pick that color up out of there? Just a little brighter. I'll try to maintain some of the hair. Well, you know what? If you don't abandon our friendship after this drawing, there might be another opportunity someday. And hopefully then I'll have gotten better at it. Or maybe if I just see you in person, I'll use a pencil and then it won't be quite so bad. You gotta make everything is extra big in the world of caricature stuff. Okay. It's hurting me. It's hurting my soul a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Especially when you're getting close. Oh, man. It's those little things I'm trying to capture, but I don't know. Like this happens, you know, and then you do have this darker area, and then this kind of happens there, and it's all in there somewhere. Whoa, just got all breakbeat, dropping beat. Okay, just a little like that, and then I was gonna fixerate this a little bit, and then I should probably, I think what I'm missing is a little of this highlighting. That always helps a little bit. It's kind of like extra. It's this pansy painting that's messing me up when I don't commit. It ends up looking weird. And yeah, it happens a little over here. It does happen a little there. And then usually I have something along the bridge of your nose here. And then the forehead always tends to go a little bananas. Now let's just take something in between here and there. Oh, that's too much. Let's bring that down a little bit. It's almost as if it did not even choose the color I told it to choose. Here we go. There we go. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of take that down into there a little bit. the other side of your scapula. I'm just gonna use this blue all over the place, so I don't have to think so much. Well, somebody is actually watching me. You're a trooper, seriously, because all right, and then how about how am I gonna get that to happen for me here? Let's just pick a real big brush. To give it something, and then we'll come back in here, a little white kind of thing, and just sort of plop these down a little bit. See, now that's actually sort of working for me. The tapping a little bit here. I'm just pretending like our other ear is kind of lost behind that. I don't know if it's weird or not. It's a good world. Yeah, so the short, or I'm sorry, the animated series, man, that's what I'm psyched about. I got a story, and I'm actually trying to sucker an old friend of mine, well, not sucker, gently convince him to help me out with the story writing, because he is really good at it. He's written stuff for Broadway, and I know the way he thinks aligns with the kind of material I'm gonna be trying to cover, and yeah, it would just be really cool, man. And it would just help me provide you all with a pretty flippin' awesome story. See, it just doesn't quite do what I intend it to do. I think I just ate a bug or something. Sorry. No, seriously. I just ate a bug. I think I just ate a bug. It's good protein. Alright, something along those lines. Let's just fill that in a little bit more there. And then just do a quick pass over here so I can yeah, just pull some of this stuff out a little bit. A little of that back there. Definitely quite a lot of that over there. I totally did eat a bug. I must have. I mean, something went down my throat. That's all I'm saying. And it felt very like a bug. And then we'll just do a little bit of outlining here. Bring this beard back in a little bit. This facial hair. And then over here, just grab a little shadow. I'm just gonna get real loose right here. I just wanna just get some lines in here where I feel like I need them to pop the image out a little bit. See, if we look at it from far away, it doesn't seem quite as bad, right? Yeah, just add something. So yeah, when I give them this image, I'll just give it to them like this, and it'll be awesome. Yeah? Yeah, totally. All right. I'm gonna call that I guess. What it is. No, I'm not trying to save that. Let's see here. Alright. And I guess, I'll pop into this one. Why not? I got nothing else going on. It's like 2 hours I've been at this already. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm afraid. I'm afraid what this could lead to. I really don't want to make it bad. Yeah, I might have to save this one. I just don't want to make it bad. I think I might run this again. As far as like taking submissions, I really like the quick sketches because there's like no pressure, or low pressure. I got dogs all over me now. You want to say hi? There you go, it's a dog. Where? No, well, I can't see what my camera's doing. There is a dog there. Yeah, it's just not like as much pressure because I'm just doing lines and just loose, like it's almost like gesture drawing. When I get into painting, it's just it's a little frightening for me. So I'm gonna save this, and probably what I will do is just end the next one after doing like the gestures with like a little painting like this, and see what comes of it. Or maybe I'll just noodle this in my free time. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna play it by ear. I don't want to get too committed to what I'm telling you I'm gonna do because I might not do it. Yeah. Whoop. All right. Thanks again, everybody, for joining me. I'm gonna call it now, and I'll post up what I did online for everybody to enjoy. And we'll see you next time.